Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tribe Talks, our connected conversations with NLBP members. Today, we are with Ruth Ratliff, and she has been a member since October of 2017. I just looked it up, and she is a voice and vibrational sound therapist. Thanks, Ruth, for joining us.
My pleasure, Camille. Thank you for inviting
To
me.
tell us more about your actual work now and what that transition was like and how you heal and help people now.
Through my own experience with voice, and then my experience with helping people open up their voices with traditional vocal exercises. Even though I was never a traditional voice teacher, I was always bringing in the metaphysical
Yeah.
and the somatic and so forth. Through that, I realized that people actually had their voices reflected absolutely who they were, how they held themselves through their lives. And I noticed that about myself with my own journey. So when I got into sound therapy, I took a course. It was a week-long course with the Vibrational Sound Association, got my certification, and really it's a certification to learn because you really learn on the job.
Right.
And that is a one-on-one therapy that I offer out of my home studio. I also go out to different places as well to do that, to offer that. But it's basically where you're lying on a massage table with a very lovely warm bed warmer underneath you, and you are fully clothed and covered with a blanket, and I will place bowls on or around your body, and the bowls are therapeutically designed to vibrate down into the tissues of the body, and this produces a very, very deep state of relaxation, among other things. I also do the crystal bowls, and I do what they call sound baths. Of course, I have to have my bowls with me while I'm talking about this.
Beautiful.
And I do what they call sound baths, which are it's a group event where people are lying or sitting around me, and I bring these beautiful crystal bowls and we'll play them. And it also induces, this is the same thing where it will induce the relaxation response. And sound actually has the capacity to reform matter. It's quite amazing, and it reforms you. I like to say it resets your nervous system, because so many of us now are suffering from a lot of anxiety from the past 2 years, even more so than we had been from life in general. And it's a nervous system reset. I like to say it brings you back down to your factory settings. You know how you have to do a factory reset once in a while. And people will feel very clear, very much more focused, lighter. It connects the two hemispheres of the brain. So it creates more problem solving abilities, more creativity. And music and sound sound therapy are actually very alike. They do very much the same thing. So there's a lot of new research into that now. So with my background as a voice professional, I brought that into this modality as well, and I developed a modality I call Crystalline Voice Transformed Through Sound, and that is now a course that is live on Thinkific. And you can get all the information on my website. But I developed it, and using my unique experience as a voice professional and a sound therapist, and it releases constrictions. They have found that our body, obviously, this is not something that people don't know already, that trauma energy or any kind of emotional trauma is held in the nucleus of the cells. It's held in our bodies, and it can create disease and so forth, right? And imbalances. And sound as a carrier, okay, of a clarity, can break up those constrictions. And sound being your own voice, because your voice is your soul's signature in this density. And your voice vibrates you from the inside out. So does it make sense? It's your voice. And what I say is that why would we not treat our bodies, our body, mind, our soul, our etheric bodies, why would we not treat it with that which it knows to be itself? Because we are vibrational beings.
I love
So
that.
so what the Crystalline Voice does is I combine it with a lot of different modalities that I've used throughout my life, just somatic movement, tapping, EFT tapping. I use that as well. I do affirmations, vocal toning. I will introduce people to the concept of toning with the sacred vowel sounds and with mantra. That's been around for thousands of years. Why? Because it works. It can clarify and clear you. And I've noticed that since I've been doing the sound work, I have had a tremendous shift in my own personal expansion and healing.
I love that. So if you do this virtually as well as in
Yes.
person, is that correct?
Correct.
So
Correct.
anyone
Right.
that's listening can get in contact with you, and
Yes.
that's awesome.
Yes. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say you wanted to read something for us.
I did. Because I just think that this is what we're going to work through in the course. We work through this beautiful book called Prayers of Honoring Voice by the author is Pixie Lighthorse. And, some people just have a way with words. Oh my gosh, this woman, I was crying when I read this morning. It's funny how when you read something, it's like it's just for you in the moment. Right?
In that moment, right? It's amazing.
This was it for me. This is
Yeah.
but it also applies. Honoring spontaneity. Thank you for this day of freedom to walk an unexpected and spiritual path. We're all so afraid of the unknown, right? And always trying to control. I am eager to see where we can go together. Let's get lost, tempting fate with frolic and impetuousness. What expressions might emerge when I am uncensored, enraptured, and unpredictable? It in your game of tag. What will happen if my wildness is construed offensive? Come close and whisper that there is room for rebellion, and trust me to clean up my mistakes or misspeaks, which have resulted from sudden bursts of roguishness. Remind me when I hesitate to follow my excitement. That magic reveals itself in unstructured movement and communication. That is what Crystalline Voice is about. Exactly.
Beautiful.
To hold back is to forbid the dawning to occur. Tolerate my meanderings. Grant me my verbosities and explorations. Help me permit myself to know the joy in chasing amazement without over-cautiousness. And I won't read the whole thing, but
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love that. So deep.
Yes, and very, it speaks to something, I think it speaks to our souls. There's a longing that we all have to be more. We know we're more.
Yeah, exactly. But we don't always know how to tap into it.
Right. And
how to create it.
I feel that the voice is certainly a vehicle for tapping into that. It has been for me and for my clients.
That's so beautiful. So Ruth, if people wanted to take your course or have a session with you, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
Yes, they can do that through my website, which is my name, RuthRatliff.com.
Okay, and that will be in our show notes if you're watching this later. And we always wrap up our tribe talk with 3 words that best describe NLBP to you.
I think I used them before. Affirmation, connection, continuity.
Oh, those are beautiful. Wonderful. Thank you so much. And thank you, Ruth, for being a part of our tribe talk today, our connected conversations.
Thank you, Camille, for providing this beautiful, it's a movement kind of, isn't it?
It is. Called our soul professional movement. Yes.
Thank you so much.
People to recognize, to see their authentic self is still being a professional.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thanks, Ruth.
Thank you.